There's a great prize for us all if we get to a circular economy, which is that we'll have the stuff that we enjoy in our lives, but it won't come at a cost of destroying the environment, and it won't come at the cost of making the earth uninhabitable. And that surely is something we should all be wishing for and making happen. All the stuff in our lives, our cars, our houses, our roads, our phones, our furniture, all required energy to make them. And most of that energy is fossil fuels, so it's emitting CO2 emissions. In order to get to net zero, we have to make stuff without emitting carbon dioxide. And that is what a circular economy is. Metals such as steel and aluminium are the bedrock of all industry. Everything that gets made using steel or aluminium tools and equipment and vehicles and so on. So if we really want a circular economy to work, we have to get steel and aluminium to be circular, fully circular. We all have a responsibility to make a sustainable society. All the choices that we make matter to whether we can make a circular economy work. You have a choice. Do you replace something or do you repair it? That is all part of the circular economy choices. The more repair and reuse we use, the easier it will be to get a circular economy to work. So we have to reduce the consumption of almost everything we use. And there's another aspect to it. We all have to encourage each other to think that this is the most important thing to do. And ultimately, we're talking about a huge culture change here. And so by talking about it, arguably, you can have an even bigger impact than you thought possible. Laws are important to make a level playing field so that all companies can sell us stuff and make money using the same set of rules. And if some companies in some parts of the world are allowed to pollute the world and they're still selling onto the same market as another company that's responsible, that means that the responsible company will go out of business. And no one wants that. So ultimately, what policymakers need to do, what we need them to do, is make a level playing field for innovation for sustainability. If I was emperor of the world for 1 hour and I could make one law that everyone would abide by, it would be to establish a carbon tax so that we have a level playing field for the amount of carbon being used to make an object anywhere in the world, its transport to you, and how much you use it, so that you hang on to it and love it and keep it going for longer and not just replace it. And people will buy less of them and they would reward companies that make low carbon products. And that would transition us so rapidly to a circular economy.